Ever wondered why you're suffering, but can't quite explain why? Maybe it's not your job, not your lack of money, not even the people around you. What if the real reason is something much deeper, something you're doing every single day without even realizing it? The truth is, the book of Proverbs warned us about this thousands of years ago. Proverbs 12 holds powerful principles that most people ignore, and that's exactly why their lives keep falling apart. You might be stuck in cycles of anxiety, broken relationships, and poor decisions, all because you never unlocked the wisdom hidden in this chapter. But today, that changes. Today, you'll discover how ancient truth can bring healing to your emotions, clarity to your mind, and strength to your spirit. If you've been feeling lost, tired, or frustrated, this message is for you. And yes, it might make you uncomfortable. It might challenge your pride. But if you stick with me till the end, something inside you will shift. And you'll walk away stronger, wiser, and more equipped to face life head on. 3. Lessons. Lesson 1. Truth heals, but lies quietly destroy your inner peace. Lies are like cracks in a mirror. At first, they're almost invisible, but with time they spread, distorting everything. Proverbs 12:19 says, "Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue lasts only a moment." Now think about this. How many times have you told a half-truth, tried to protect your image, or avoided being honest just to keep the peace? But deep down, you felt the tension, the anxiety. Lying may feel like an escape, but it becomes a prison. It drains your soul, breaks trust, and worst of all, it disconnects you from your own identity. Because when you lie about who you are or what you feel, you're not just hiding from others, you're hiding from yourself. The weight of dishonesty isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just heavy. But Proverbs doesn't stop there. It says that truth lasts forever. That means it's solid. It's peace-giving. It's a foundation you can actually stand on. Think about how powerful it is to live in such a way that you never have to remember what you said, because it was true. That's freedom. Integrity brings peace, not perfection, but peace. Yet many people today are emotionally exhausted, not because life is too hard, but because they're trying too hard to pretend. Living in truth might hurt in the short term, but it heals in the long run. And maybe, just maybe, that's what your soul is crying out for right now. But hold on, because there's another trap in Proverbs 12 that's even more dangerous. Lesson 2. Ignoring advice is digging your own pit. Listening is protection. You know that stubborn friend who always says, "I know what I'm doing," but keeps crashing into the same wall? What if that friend is you? Proverbs 12:15 says, "The way of fools seems right to them, but the wise listen to advice." Harsh, maybe, but incredibly true. We live in a world that glorifies independence and following your gut. But feelings lie, instincts fail, and sometimes the very wisdom you need is coming from someone else's mouth. The problem? Pride. Most of us would rather fall on our face than admit someone else was right. But that fall can cost us relationships, careers, and even our peace of mind. Now think, how many times did someone warn you and you didn't listen? A parent, a friend, a mentor, and later you realized they were right. Regret always follows pride, but humility opens doors. And when you truly listen with your heart, not just your ears, you protect yourself from avoidable pain. Sometimes God speaks through people you overlook. Maybe He's speaking right now. The real question is, will you listen this time? Because the next warning in Proverbs 12 is about something much more subtle, but just as dangerous. Lesson 3. Laziness isn't rest. It's a prison that steals your dreams. Laziness is tricky. It disguises itself as rest, but it's actually a thief. Proverbs 12:24 says, "Diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor." Picture someone lounging comfortably while their life burns down outside. That's many of us today. We're not tired because we work too hard. We're tired because we avoid what matters. We delay, distract, and procrastinate, and call it waiting on the right time. But the right time never shows up. Diligence isn't about working nonstop. It's about showing up even when it's uncomfortable. It's knowing that planting today, no matter how small, brings the harvest tomorrow, and it gets deeper. Proverbs 12:27 says, "The lazy don't roast their game, but the diligent prize their possessions." That means some people are given opportunities, but they waste them. They get the breakthrough, but don't follow through. They meet the right people, but don't invest in the relationship. Life delivers the blessing, but they don't prepare the table. Laziness isn't just physical. It's mental, emotional, even spiritual. And sometimes you're not stuck because God is silent. You're stuck because you won't move. So what are you delaying today? That's actually delaying your destiny. Lesson 4. Gentle words heal, but a sharp tongue destroys relationships. Words are seeds. And every day you're planting something. Proverbs 12:18 says, "The words of the reckless pierce like swords, but the tongue of the wise brings healing." You've been hurt by words, and chances are you've hurt others too. One careless phrase can leave a scar that lasts years. And yet one kind word can pull someone out of a dark place. Your voice carries power. You can speak life or speak destruction. And here's the thing. Most of us don't even realize we're doing damage until it's too late. And Proverbs doubles down in verse 25. Anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up. We live in a world drowning in anxiety. And most people just need to hear, "You're not alone. You're doing better than you think. You're not a failure." But instead we stay silent, or worse, we respond with sarcasm or coldness. Your words are either lifting someone or pulling them lower. And maybe, just maybe, today you needed to hear something healing too. But there's one more truth you need to know, because even if you say all the right things, without this next trait, everything crumbles. Lesson 5. The righteous thrive in storms. There's power in integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one's watching. And these days, that's rare. Proverbs 12:3 says, "No one is established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous will never be moved." And verse 7 echoes, "The wicked are overthrown and disappear, but the house of the righteous stands firm." Life doesn't promise ease. Storms come. But when you're rooted in righteousness and integrity, you don't fall. You endure. That's the difference, not in what you face, but in how you survive it. But the world rewards shortcuts, lies, compromise. So it's tempting to play along, to hide your values just to fit in. But what kind of success is that if it costs your peace? If it costs your soul? Proverbs reminds us that only righteousness builds something that lasts. Maybe you've been overlooked for doing the right thing. Maybe you felt like the slow road isn't worth it. But let me tell you, God honors the long game. And your integrity, it's not in vain. Your roots are going deeper than you think, and your season of harvest, it's coming. You've made it to the end, and that says a lot. There's a hunger in your soul for truth, for clarity, for wisdom that actually works. The lessons in Proverbs 12 aren't just good advice, they're keys. Keys to healing, growth, and breakthrough. But now it's your turn. Which of these 5 truths hit you the hardest? Was it about honesty, listening, hard work, gentle speech, or integrity? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every one. Because this isn't just a video, it's a conversation. If this message spoke to your heart, share it. Someone else needs this. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss what's coming next. This is more than Bible study. This is life transformation. And if you keep showing up, you're going to start seeing the change you've been praying for. Stay strong, stay rooted, and live the wisdom